Imagine a world where people stop questioning. Imagine a society where beliefs are adopted blindly, where opinions are repeated without reflection, and where the idols of culture, politics, or even spirituality dictate what individuals should think, feel, and desire. Sadly, this is not just imagination. This is the reality we often face today. The death of critical thinking is not a distant possibility. It is an ongoing process, and the symptoms surround us daily. Pause for a moment. How often do you truly question the information you consume? How often do you pause before clicking like, sharing, or repeating something you heard? Many people believe they are free thinkers, yet they remain chained to the idols of modern culture. Whether these idols are celebrities, political leaders, social media influencers, or even collective narratives that promise truth while delivering conformity. This video is an invitation to awaken. We will explore the dangers of ignorance and idolatry and how both lead to the slow erosion of one of the most powerful human capacities, critical thinking. By the end, you will not only understand the mechanisms that silence independent thought, but also discover ways to revive your inner strength to resist them. And stay with me until the last part, because the final revelation we will uncover is the most powerful of all, one that could transform the way you perceive truth, freedom, and even your own identity. Before we dive deeper, take a moment to support this journey. Subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and share your reflections in the comments. This is more than just another video. It is a movement of people seeking clarity in a time of noise, people who dare to question when others simply follow. And I promise you, what you are about to hear can challenge your assumptions. So let's begin by unraveling these two powerful concepts, ignorance and idolatry. When we speak of ignorance, we're not just talking about a lack of facts, although that's part of it. We're referring to a deeper, more insidious form, a willful ignorance, a comfortable detachment from inconvenient truths, an active choice to remain uninformed on certain topics, especially those that might challenge our deeply held beliefs. It's the refusal to see beyond the tip of our own nose, the comfort of the familiar, even if the familiar is a half-truth or an outright lie. Think about it. How many times have you scrolled past a headline that seemed to contradict your worldview, choosing instead to engage only with content that validates what you already believe? This isn't just passive ignorance. It's an active cultivation of a mental bubble, a fortress against anything that might cause cognitive dissonance. And then there's idolatry. In its traditional sense, it's worshiping false gods. But in our modern context, it's far more subtle, yet equally pervasive. Modern idolatry isn't about bowing down to a golden statue. It's about elevating certain ideas, individuals, or groups to an almost sacred status, making their pronouncements unquestionable. It's when we give absolute authority to a political figure, a guru, an influencer, a scientific theory, or even a collective identity without subjecting their claims to rigorous scrutiny. We project our longing for certainty, for belonging, for truth onto these idols, allowing them to think for us, feel for us, and even define our reality. Have you ever noticed how quickly people will defend their chosen leader or their favorite ideology, often without even fully understanding the nuances of the arguments? That's the grip of idolatry. It turns critical inquiry into disloyalty and doubt into heresy. These two forces, ignorance and idolatry, work hand in hand like two sides of the same coin to dismantle our capacity for critical thinking. When we choose to remain ignorant of alternative perspectives, we become ripe for the influence of idols. And when we idolize a source of information, we willingly suppress our own critical faculties, allowing that idol to perpetuate our ignorance. It's a self-reinforcing loop that traps us in an echo chamber of our own making, or rather, an echo chamber built for us by those who benefit from our lack of independent thought. Now, let's dive deeper into the psychological mechanisms at play here. One of the most powerful and well-documented phenomena that explains this decline is confirmation bias. Simply put, confirmation bias is our tendency to seek out, interpret, and remember information in a way that confirms our pre-existing beliefs or hypotheses. It's not necessarily a malicious act. It's a natural shortcut our brains take to process the overwhelming amount of information around us. But it's also incredibly dangerous. Imagine you believe a certain political party is inherently good, and everything they do is for the benefit of society. Confirmation bias will lead you to actively search for news articles, social media posts, and conversations that support this view. Conversely, you'll likely dismiss, ignore, or even ridicule any information that contradicts it. Someone presents you with evidence that your favorite politician made a mistake. Your brain immediately starts searching for reasons to discredit that evidence, to find flaws in the source, or to rationalize the politician's actions. You might even feel a visceral discomfort, a kind of mental friction, when presented with conflicting facts. This discomfort, by the way, is a close cousin to another concept, cognitive dissonance, the mental stress or discomfort experienced by an individual who holds contradictory beliefs, ideas, or values. To resolve this dissonance, we often twist reality, reject new information, or simply double down on our existing beliefs, further solidifying our ignorance and our allegiance to our idols. Think about how this plays out in our daily lives. On social media, algorithms are literally designed to feed us more of what we already like, more of what confirms our views. If you follow accounts that share a particular political leaning, you'll see more of that. If you engage with content about a specific diet, you'll be shown more of that. We create digital echo chambers without even realizing it, and then wonder why others just don't get it. We become so immersed in our own curated reality that we lose the ability to understand, let alone empathize with, those who live in a different one. This isn't just about political divides, it's about anything from parenting styles to health choices, from spiritual paths to investment strategies. We find our tribe, and then we let the tribe's narrative become our unexamined truth. Its leaders, our unquestioned idols. Moving beyond psychology, let's touch upon the philosophical roots of this challenge. Throughout history, great thinkers have warned against the dangers of unexamined belief. Socrates, the ancient Greek philosopher, famously said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." His entire method, the Socratic method, was built on relentless questioning, pushing people to challenge their assumptions, to dig deeper than surface-level opinions. He understood that true knowledge begins with acknowledging one's own ignorance. Yet today, the very act of questioning can be seen as an act of aggression, a betrayal of group loyalty. Consider Plato's allegory of the cave, a timeless philosophical concept. Imagine prisoners chained in a cave, seeing only shadows projected on a wall, believing those shadows to be reality. If one prisoner were freed and forced to see the sunlight, to witness the true forms, they would initially experience pain and discomfort. And if they returned to the cave to tell the others, they would likely be ridiculed, perhaps even killed, because the others are comfortable with their shadows, comfortable with their ignorance. Isn't this strikingly similar to our modern condition? We are often comfortable with the shadows of information, with the simplified narratives spoon-fed to us, rather than doing the hard work of turning our heads, facing the blinding light of complex truths, and questioning the idols who project those shadows. The comfort of certainty, even if it's based on illusion, often trumps the discomfort of doubt, which is essential for growth and true understanding. So, what are the real-world consequences of this widespread decline in critical thinking fueled by ignorance and idolatry? They are profound and far-reaching. We see it in the rapid spread of misinformation and disinformation, which isn't just about false facts, but about the erosion of trust in any authority, paradoxically leading people to latch on to new, often less credible, idols. We witness extreme political polarization, where compromise becomes impossible because each side views the other not just as mistaken, but as morally corrupt or inherently evil. Nuance disappears, replaced by black and white thinking. Think about the cancel culture phenomenon. While accountability is crucial, how often does it devolve into a mob mentality, where an individual's entire character is condemned based on a single misinterpreted tweet or a decontextualized statement, without a moment of critical thought, without understanding, without dialogue? This is idolatry of the collective narrative, where dissenting voices are quickly silenced, and the truth is dictated by the loudest, most aggressive voices. We see it in economic bubbles, where people blindly follow trends without understanding the underlying risks. We see it in the unquestioning adoption of lifestyle fads or self-help gurus who promise instant transformation without genuine effort or critical self-reflection.